I need some competition out here. Come on.
The other they have to do that. Our people don't.
Man, I want to get your opinion on this real quick.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've seen this. I'm sure you did, but I'll play the video.
Okay.
I'm going to get your first one, so let's get it.
Is your restaurant clean? Is the food good? Do you got consistent cooks? Is the material of your shit good? Stop doing that. Oh, you support the white people? No, I support consistency, baby.
Yeah.
About what color you is. I'm gonna spend my money. That paper, I'm gonna spend them to spend it at. Brother's Porsche, Ferrari, Lambo. I'm going to do what I want to do while I'm here. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, I ain't gonna be finessed off some black shit. But one thing about it, 70% of you mother going to make it. I'm not no fake ass motivational speaker that talk this dumb shit. I'm the number one in the country. You know why? Y'all seen me come out of the penitentiary. I make millions and I make millionaires, baby. You understand me? I come from the ghetto.
So, what's your thoughts? Because I did a video. I never put it out because I was like, I want to talk about this with you.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I'll let you go because I got to kind of mix reactions with it. But I'm interested to hear what you got to say.
Well, it's crazy because we didn't talk about this. It's our first time watching it together. And the fact that you say you got mixed reaction, I got the same thing. You could tell we grew up together and we cousins and we was kind of, you know what I mean, molded from the same ilk for sure. Because I got mixed reactions too. One, I agree with the sentiment of damn having a black business or a business in general. Your business has to be up to par. Your business has to be professional. I mean, how many black business have we went into particular restaurants and things where it took long for the service? You know what I mean? The service wasn't that great, blah, blah, blah. But then on the other hand, how many great black-owned businesses you went in where the customer service was phenomenal, the product was absolutely amazing, you had an absolutely amazing experience. So I agree that it's not about, okay, don't do me a favor because I'm black-owned, or let me put this black-owned business in front of my moniker, and all of a sudden I'm supposed to get black people to want to go ahead and patronize my business and put money into it because I'm black. Agreed 1,000%. But one issue that I've had with Gilly and Wallo as of late is it seemed like they're outwardly shitting on black businesses. Not necessarily like, okay, if you don't rock with a black business, cool. If they did you dirty, cool. But what I won't do is jump on my phone and annihilate these motherfuckers for 30 minutes and completely down their business because my service wasn't the best. You know what I'm saying? I'll choose not to patronize the company and do what I want to do with my money. But at the same time, I'm not going to get on social media where I have a huge platform and a huge influence and can potentially tear that business down or build it up and use my time to tear it down. So that's what my kind of mixed reaction comes from it. I agree with his original sentiment, but I see just too recently, I've seen them two in particular kind of shit on black businesses that they may not be happy with or things like that. And I'm gonna agree with that.
Yeah, and it seems like it was like an overarching theme that I've seen from Gilly a lot. A lot of times he's in his car attacking black this, black this, black this, black that. But I agree with you too on that. But the thing is, it's like, how come we don't apply this criteria to all businesses though?
Mm-hmm.
Because Gucci will do us dirty.
Yep.
Balenciaga, all these companies tell you, I don't want black people wearing my stuff.
Yep.
But we keep going to buy it though.
Talk about it.
We don't apply that to everything. We be getting these cars and these, and let's be real. Like you get a Porsche, all these cars is junk, man. They don't last 100,000 miles. They you know. So we and I'm talking about in particular European. Great when you first get them, but most people lease them. They lease them for a reason. They get the hell out of them before they become an endless money pit. Mm-hmm. And I know from experience. Yep, you know what I mean? It's not like a Lexus or a Toyota or a Honda where you're going to get your money's worth and you change the oil and the brakes and you're driving for 300,000-400,000 miles. It's not the same, but we continue to go and we patronize them and think about other races of people. You don't hear them really talking like this. When Jewish people get their money, they recycle it in a community. Every business ain't going to be perfect. Maybe the food wasn't right. Maybe the customer service, was wrong. But they don't call out and say, I'm not dealing with Jewish businesses just because it's a Jewish business. No, we have compassion. We understand. Shit ain't right at McDonald's. We go back. Shit ain't right at Wingstop. We go back. They might have forgot a sauce. Maybe somebody cussed you out. Okay. But we apply this criteria to each other because it's still a level of self-hate here. Mm-hmm. Even when you hear him say, I'm the tiger, we still calling each other. And I'm not trying to be overly critical of the situation, But it's like we get into positions now. I'm the top dog. I'm King Kong conscious. I'm that dude.
Yeah.
It's always us shining on each other, looking down on each other. Now, do black businesses and other businesses need to, do better? Absolutely. There's a lot of people that do bad businesses, but it ain't just black.
No, not at all.
It's across all spectrums. I've had crazy, even with the biggest companies. You go to hotels, a big hotel chain, and they got bed bugs, and it's just part of business at the end of the day. But when you highlight something like that and attack, it comes off like you're attacking. And he's like, oh, it's the black. I don't know if he used the word scam or if we get something like, just support my business because it's black. I get it. But why don't we just support other businesses, though, when they do us wrong? Just like the black businesses. You'll never hear nobody saying that.
Exactly.
And when it's time, real quick, to boycott and for us to form Rotron and say, I'm not messing with Gucci. I'm not messing with this one because they said they ain't want black people wearing the stuff or they had a black caricature, crazy doll. None of these dudes step up and say shit. As a matter of fact, they go into the store and they flash their purse or they flash their Gucci belt and say, F y'all, I'm rich, you poor.
And the scary and the sad thing, the sickening thing about that is, and we were just having a conversation a little earlier about this. A lot of these imported Gucci, your Birkins, your Louis, all this shit is made for pennies on a dollar in another country, and then our dumbasses buy it for $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $7,000, only to stunt on the person that couldn't afford it when you just got jobbed your damn self. But we don't talk about that. And like you said, prime example, that whole Gucci situation that happened, the whole blackface situation. You have blacks out here, black celebrities putting on this clothes just to show you how much they oppose the boycott or the stand up for us going against it. So it really like you said, it highlights the self-hatred. It highlights the fact that we really haven't gotten over a point of we can't look at each other and just have a level of respect. Even us, we see a skin color and we judge our fellow brother and sister based off of their skin color. You walk into a black-owned business, you already got predisposed stereotype. Like, oh, this is about to be some bullshit. Or how long I'm about to wait for this? Or I hope the service is good if it ain't about to go off. But how many times you go into a cheesecake factory, like you alluded to, and they fucked up your order, but in 2 weeks you was back up in there taking pictures and shit of your cheesecake. So it's just like, man, we got to do better. I salute Wallo. I salute his path. I salute everything that he's came from and he's endured and he's overcame. But it's still a level of I'm going to stun on you and I'm going to show you how much better I am than you. And if you don't get your shit together and you ain't up to the level that I am, I'm going to make sure everybody knows it. And that's just like, come on, dog. What we doing?
Yeah. And then like the whole, like how many times we saw people with big money. And we know in this current society, it's just that you got big money. Bigger money doesn't make you better than someone.
At all.
You know what I mean? And it doesn't change how people view you. The other, as we call the oppressing class. That doesn't change that. You know what I mean? So it's just, I understand it because we, at a certain point, when we get success and money, we all kind of start to get an air of, ego comes into a little bit like, I'm the number one joint out here, dog. Like, people coming to me, this, that, and the third. And it was, who was it? One of the actors, you probably seen this clip. He was saying it ain't really about even the hard work that you do. It's about somebody selecting you. I don't know if you've seen this clip, one of the actors, it was a dope clip. He was like, man, because you can work and be the best at something, but if somebody don't come in and select you and give you funding or give you an opportunity, you're just going to be pushed to the side. Even if you're the best. He made examples of like, it was probably better players than Michael Jordan, better players than Randy Moss. But the fact that they were selected, by a certain school or whatever the case may be, it pushed them to another level.
Because it's subjective, we shouldn't point a finger or wag a thumb or whatever the case at people out here grinding and doing their thing. Should we strive to have a great business, a professional business, something that we could be proud of and could have for years to come? Of course, but it's not always like that. It is what it is. Sometimes some businesses fail for whatever their reasons are, and we don't have a right to shit on them because we didn't particularly like them, and they happen to be black. Because you don't do that to the other people. You don't do that to the people tinting your windows. You ain't do that to the person that sold you your car and your warranty might have been fucked up. We don't hear these stories. But you walk up into a hair salon or you go and grab something to eat, we'll definitely hear that. And it's not cool.
Think about if you look at Bank of America, Walgreens. You go onto Google right now and look at all the negative stuff that people say about these businesses.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably thousands of negative stuff. It's just a part of the process. Yes, you should strive to be better. And think at one point, and you got to remember a lot of stuff that our the fabric of our culture has been destroyed, bro. It has been destroyed. It was a time when we was thriving with businesses. It was a time when that's what we did. We showed everybody else how to do it. But this
shoemakers, leather makers, clothing, that type of shit. Yeah.
But it's something that's been stripped from us to a certain extent, and we through this system, we have been taught to go to school, get an education, do this, do that. So it's a whole process, it's a whole history that people have to talk about. But when you're in the moment and you're giving a speech, he says it like that. Of course, it's going to have an impact on people because who he is. And like 2 weeks ago, he was talking somebody down off a bridge. So it's nothing negative, but these are conversations I think we need to have. And I wish somebody, even though it was a clip, would have pushed back and asked more questions and kind of expanded the conversation a little bit further than the clip that's out there. But we did here, so that's good.
And I'm sure his heart was in the right place. He probably went out there to motivate, to give motivation and provide motivation to the people out there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And we got the piece of the content where he was cutting in their ass. And hopefully there's context behind that kind of shows him wanting to motivate, because I'm sure that's what he was there for. So